Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Mace. I'm coming to you from Western Canada. And today we're looking at 11 things you never do in Norway. Let's check this out. How to behave in Norway. 11 things you should never do. Norwegian etiquette. This should be interesting. Let's see how many of these are similar to ways that I feel about etiquette and just... I usually call it common courtesy. I call it common courtesy, being polite. But let's see how comparable these little things that you should never do in Norway are to little things that you should never do in Canada. At least in Western Canada, at least where I live, out in British Columbia. All right, let's check it out, man.
Hi guys, my name is Anna and welcome to my channel. Usually every single Sunday I'm going hiking, and today, not to feel alone, I'm taking you with me. In this video I'm going to tell you my list of 11 things you should never do in Norway. I have many of you guys from Norway here, so if I'm wrong about something or I'm missing anything, please let me know in the comments down below.
She's hanging out in been doing some logging here.
Number one. Thinking that Norway is a small country. Guys, you cannot imagine how many
Norway is a big country land-wise, but small population, right?
people don't understand how large Norway actually is. I've heard many times that some people actually think that to get from Oslo to Bergen takes 2 hours with a car. Let me open you a little secret. To drive from Oslo to Bergen takes 7 hours to drive with no stops.
No stops.
Norway has a lot of mountains. It takes so many hours to drive from one place to another.
That's certainly something I've noticed just in the few videos that we've done, is just the spectacular landscapes in Norway. Like the Grenjafjord, Norway over British Columbia. I am curious. I just want to see Norwich map. Can we do this? Can we get this? Come on, give us an image. Give us an image. Oh, British Columbia is massive. I mean, that doesn't show Norway, but let's see. How big is BC? Damn it, we can't see it. I mean, you can see Bergen right there, but oh, British Columbia is massive. But yeah, the spectacular, all the fjords, man, they're so pretty in Norway. It's definitely somewhere I want to go.
For example, it takes 5 hours to fly from the south part all the way up. No, Norway is a very long country which is stretching from top of Europe all the way to the Arctic Circle. If you start a really large spin in the most south point of Norway and spin the country all around, Norway will reach all the way to Italy. Do you enjoy this video and find it informative? Please let me know about it. I will be happy to see
she's
your
right.
reaction. Second, get too close to anyone, anywhere. After 10 years of living in England and especially in Italy, I got quite used to people getting really close to you when you speak.
I don't even know the lady, and she
So they're close talkers. He's a close talker.
calling me a son on a beach.
Norwegians are very different. People in Norway appreciate their personal space. They're not being rude, it's just their nature. If you're not sure how close you should go, just watch their body language and don't get any closer if they back away from you.
Get away from me, boy. Get away. Stay back. Stay back.
I would say half a meter.
That's
or
Warren
a
Beatty. What
meter
movie is that?
Quite a safe distance. However, during current situation, I got this message from my colleagues. Keep this in mind.
Finally, the terrible 2-meter distance is over. Now Scandinavians can go back to the usual 5-meter distance.
Third, never show up late. It is considered to be rude to be late for the event or cancel at the last minute. Up to 10 minutes late, it is okay. Norwegians will understand if you let them know in advance that you're going to be late for the event. Oh, I'm so sorry, I got lost while hiking. I will be 7 minutes late. Actually, some Norwegians like when people coming earlier to help them out. Think number 4. Make an eye contact all the time for a really long time.
I feel like that's just awkward with like anybody in the world, like to hold eye contact. Usually it comes in spurts, like you hold eye contact for like, right? You look them in the eye, and you look away for a second, and then you make like, right? You gotta
Norwegians don't like eye contact. They don't necessarily consider it's rude, they just don't know what to do about it and how to react. It doesn't mean that you should avoid it at all, especially when you greet someone. It's normal to look them in the eye. Hi hi. Hi hi. But don't look at them for too long. A simple rule here, just make the same long eye contact as they do. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give me a reaction. Also consider subscribing to my channel. I will be so happy to make the word koselig. Koselig means
Koselig? What does it mean?
cozy, which is extremely important
Koselig.
for Norwegians.
Koselig.
Whether it is staying inside next to the fireplace or spending a whole weekend.
Hey, we're getting to that time of year. It's starting to get rainy and cold out here. That rhymed. It's time to start making soup and get some nice sweaters and
in a cabin. Hot koselig means for Norwegians to be 100% comfortable and to become really open up to other people. Christmas Eve is the most important day for Norwegians, where everything has to be koselig and traditions have to be followed. Thing number 6. You can never think that you're better than everybody else. Janteloven is a very
Humility.
important and unwritten law in Norway. It basically says you shouldn't think that you're any better. It doesn't mean
Be
that
humble.
you shouldn't have self-esteem. It just means that just don't be cocky, no matter how professional or how rich you
I always found like that's the point where you know that you're like becoming to lose yourself is when people belittle other people's jobs, or they act like other people's jobs are crap, like people that work in the service industry or people that, you know, work in retail. If you think that you're so good because you're I call it pilot syndrome. Like a lot of airline pilots can be like this. Obviously not everybody, but like airline pilots, doctors, like anything. It's not the profession, but it's when professionals get that arrogance full of themselves and just totally lost of all humility in their life, right? Which is not good.
You are. Norwegians don't like people who brag. Number 7 might sound funny, but it is not funny at all, guys. When you're in Norway, never say that Sweden is better at winter sports. I'm just making sure that no one can hear me here. Norwegians and Swedes are bitter rivals when it comes to winter sports, especially winter Olympic sports. Swedes even have a theory that Norwegians dope themselves because they win a lot. But if there is the one thing you never do in Norway is to make fun of Olympians here. However, it doesn't mean that you cannot talk about it.
Who makes fun of
Just be
Olympians?
respectful. Because guys, now I understand after last winter how difficult it is to become such a strong character in terms of winter sports. The training is so painful. And I'm talking about random snowboarding, not about professional training for professional Olympic sports. Number 8. Do not ask questions that show that you have no knowledge at all about Norway. It is not a good idea to visit Norway and ask where are there polar bears. What? Or if Norway is the capital of Sweden.
Ooh,
Believe me, guys, this happens a lot. I
that sounds like an American question. Is Norway the capital of Sweden?
even had a few examples without naming names. I told people that currently I live in Norway and they go like, you moved to Sweden. No, I'm living in Norway. It might sound funny, but believe me, first of all, you will feel stupid making statements like this. And secondly, Norwegians and people who currently live here will make fun of it for many years after.
Silly Bridget.
Number 9. Not
Silly.
bracing for the weather and complain about it. As Norwegians saying, there is no such a
Never
thing
complain.
as a bad weather, only bad clothes.
True.
Oh no! I told you there is not such a thing as a bad weather, only bad clothes. Actually, Norwegians complain quite a lot about the weather. Go to Bergen and talk to local Norwegians there. They will complain a lot about how often it's raining here. However, Norwegians know exactly how to dress up for the cold weather. If you don't know what to wear in Norway and coming here winter time, watch my previous video. I explained how layers work. If you show up wearing a t-shirt and shirts when it's minus 10 degrees,
You're gonna be cold.
Yourself. Number 10. Think that you can see the northern lights anywhere in Norway all year round.
I've never really seen the Northern Lights. I hope I get a chance.
Some people actually think that it's dark in Norway all the time and you can see the northern lights everywhere and all year round.
What?
That is not true. The best time to see the northern lights up north would be from September until early March. And still there is no guarantees. You can spend 2 weeks up north in Arctic Circle without seeing them because of cloudy weather. So if you really want to be lucky and experience such an event as Northern Light, watch my previous videos. There I'm explaining how.
Yeah, we've had a couple opportunities to see them here recently, and I didn't stay up until 2 in the morning to do it.
To book a proper tour to the Arctic
But one day
Circle
I'll see
and
them.
how to find
Maybe in the north,
right
in
people to show you the northern
if I go to the
lights.
Yukon again.
They can even bring you all the way to Finland to make sure that your dream will come true and you will see the northern lights. Number 11. Visit only Oslo, the capital of Norway. And actually, in Norwegian, the right way to pronounce the name of the capital is Oslo. Oslo is a great starting point to spend there a few days, to go to the parks, to visit Akerbrygga, to visit Viking Ship Museum, also the opera. But after that, my advice, go somewhere else. Travel to Bergen. You will see those fascinating Norwegian legendary fjords. Or move even up north, like to Lofoten or to Tromsø, and you will have a great chance wintertime to see those legendary northern lights, or summertime you will experience midnight sun. It literally, when the sun doesn't go down and it stays daylight 24/7 from the end of May, I believe, until the very beginning of August. Last but not least, my advice:
June, July,
before you
August,
travel
4
to
months.
Norway
Whoa,
or to any
3 or
other
4 months
country,
of
first,
sun.
research some information about country. Make sure that you know basic things like the name of the capital or some history about the country you are visiting. Also, just be open-minded. Treat other people with respect, the same way you want to be treated, and you will be just fine. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also
I like it. I like Norway. I feel like there's a lot of similarities with Canada. I like it. I think I'm gonna go there someday. All right, I'll make sure to do more research, but I'm not gonna say that Norway is the capital of Sweden. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't ask that question. I wouldn't do that. All right, we'll see you all on the next one. Peace out. Where do you live? Let me know in the comments.